still need more knowledge. So I guess I'm just gonna do it again. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it again. Lower it. Stat boost. Okay, that's fine. Next round we're going to get a moral support. I think Sinclair messed it up a little. A little bit. He messed it up a little bit. Okay. Next boss fight. Can't really say who it is, but it's probably going to be fine. Oh, it's that guy! I actually never had a chance to fight with him. He was always on the sideline. Didn't know that he could even fight. Well, I heard from Big Bro that you send your coins to Big Brother too. Every hand, once in circulation, goes around and around until it eventually returns to its original owner. I also heard that some of the Veng's family helped with removing the foreign power from here as well. But why? I only want to prevent this place from getting robbed blind. I live here after all, you know? This is where my wealth lies. Well then, can I ask for your public support then? Oh, I applaud your audacity in thinking someone who just gave you the moon should be asked for the stars as well. Everyone and their mother knows in whose hand the true political power of Hong Yuan lies right now. And with that in mind, let's say that I do announce my public support for you. I'm not going to have a voice to speak with by the time the power that be are done with me. I see. They're probably going to go after him if he were to support her directly. Look, if Big Sis Chun Chun genuinely believes that I'm not fit to be the family hierarch, then I happily remove myself from power instead. But she's affiliated with Q Corp. Do you seriously believe that she has Hong Yuan's best interest at heart with all those conspiracies that you've been weaving under the surface? All those business deals and clearly skewed policies? I do not. But if you're going to present yourself as the alternative, then you have to be someone concrete enough to rely on. Let me just say that about half of the boards of directional votes may as well be considered abstained votes instead. They're keeping their silence because they're afraid of Jia Chun Chun's retaliation. So, your remaining task is to convert those silent voices into your favor. Oh, not shaken by all of that, huh? I thought you would get that lost and wondering look in your eyes again. I guess I'll have to work on my poker face again. Yeah, but you're getting better at it. No, most people would have failed to pick that up. You certainly changed since the evaluation. Your growth shows a lot of promise. Maybe that is why he handed his coins over to you. Well, I guess that's not the only thing that he handed over to you, I suppose. Hong Yuan's tomorrow. Anyways, I shall probably do as I'm told for now, My cousin will be your opponent today. Oh, that's your Alright, the Veng! Oh no! Oh, I don't like her as well! Pretty sure she ran away with coins as well! Not as many as the last guy, but still. I won't accept you as my hierarch. Fight me and prove that you're at least better than I am. Only then will I accept you. Yeah, it's probably going to be fine. She got a couple of level ups after all. Yeah. Not full SP though. But that can be changed relatively quickly. There you go. See? No issues whatsoever. The only downside is that I'm pretty sure he was part of the zombie squad who grows stronger the less sanity they have. So on that side, we should probably be a bit mindful of that. But then again, it doesn't seem like he has access to the minus coins. Wait a second, is she? She's generating potency! She's no longer holding back by her powers! What was that symbol there? Ishmael's lessons! They're lessons! Oh, this is glorious! That is really good! Alright! What? Do you have something to say to my face now? Yeah. Don't give my little brother your crap. Your little brother? You know who I'm talking about. Do you have any idea of your mess that you left behind when you joined that kid away? Oh, Ryoshu. I guess the buzzcut kid was their little brother. You can barely even hold on to your seat, which you're about to lose soon anyways. And you have the gall to give him false hope now? I know it's all just policy to you, but kids really believe you, you know? I heard from the kid that you seem reliant upon hearing what I said. Or rather relieved. Did I read that wrong? Wait a second. Relieved, yes. Okay, was about to say. He told me that you were happy for once to hear that he had a fun time after being banned from playing with his friends with how things are currently in Hongyuan. Shut up! And besides, it's not just all hot air either. What? I wasn't making an empty promise when I said I will change Hongyuan to be a place where everyone can live without fear. And for that, I'm going to protect my seat of power, no matter what it takes. You will fail. Not with you on my side. We all know what Big Sister Hongjuan's Hongyang looks like. It'll be exactly the same in essence, and will be the same for the foreseeable future. Tell me, are you sure that you're okay with handing over the same burden that we've carried all of our lives to our younger siblings? No, of course not. Wang Chenchun left in a hurry. But that look in her eyes told me that there was confliction brewing within her. Because she sees the point. She wants her little sister, brother to be happy for once. No matter how it goes. So, fired all about morals. Okay, Heathcliff usually gets along well with Rodion, right? And Rodion it's always good with Rhaegar, so at the very least we have that combo going. But then again, I don't need the moral boost. And that goes down to 30%. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take the morals after all. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Where did you get that hammer from? Heathcliff! Alright lads, listen up. This ain't going to be like the boring classes that you've been sitting through, alright? You've got to leave the desk behind once in a while to learn some real life lesson. You hear? Right, so here's the deal. You want to break their morals before brawls even begin. Which brawl? Learn this by heart, and you'll be kicking those twats' asses left and right and center. That's not exactly what I'm looking for, and... So Heathcliff, I've got to ask this question here. Something about your club doesn't really... Well, it seems different today, doesn't it? Looks a lot more colorful too. Bollocks. That catched on quickly, I see. That way Block said something about swinging around a real club might come off as too threatening and confiscated it. That high-tech weapon cries boop when it hits people. I see. Oi, don't you underestimate me just cause I'm holding this different bludgeon weapon. This here? Let's get on with it. Straighten your shoulders, eyes wide, and let's get cracking. With that, Heathcliff triumphantly raised his newfound weapon towards the sky. It made a swoop, boop noise. Key? I learned the art of mad dodging and decisive actions. Well, that's definitely important. Comedic duel, slight recovery of morals. Okay. Then we push it back down. And raise it back to the top. Great. More additional stats. Oh, Faust actually works well with Heathcliff as well. That's a surprise. Max speed. Skill improved, passive improved, offensive up. Well, that was a good lesson to have. Okay, now everything is around 500. And why are you here? You're not about to try to hurt her, are you? Okay, just in case it's an assassin, I should probably... Oh wait, he boosted it lowers by 10. So I need to boost it up. And then I can lower it again. Meaning I'll add an assault and maybe Hong Lu into this? Do they get along? Assault doesn't get along with Hong Lu. But then again, did I ever try to combine these two before? I don't remember that. Only one way to figure it out, right? This class. After an uncharacteristic pause, Silu continues. Will be taught by a guest lecturer who has been invited for your tutorage. A guest? But I wasn't informed about that. Where are they? I don't know. Maybe they have already gotten lost? A little bird told me that the venerable Hayek will gift me a bottle of top-notch cloud wine straight from Dang Yuan's brewer. Pwah! There's any truth to that, folks? Oh god, that guy. It's that guy! He killed us before! He tried to kill us now! Just stop by to look if I can leech some liquor of this party. Hongyua's an awfully miserable place, but you spared a shot of liquor for this poor old drifter, won't you? Well, you're clearly not just any poor old drifter here. Are you guys acquainted? He ambushed us in our room during our first round of the family Hayek war. Let's see. The what? The family Hayek war's been over for a while now, and everyone in Hongyuan knows who the winner is. How dares a mongrel like you, who only knows how to moosh off other families, set foot in here? Looks like I'm going to have to give my clan a stern talk to. How could they let slip a drunk assassin like... I see that our youthful Hayek is plenty suspicious. I have been a guest in many places, but please, I'm no moocher. But your worries to rest. I am only a drunkard who enjoyed a cool swig of liquor, with scenic landscape as my par, the sky my ceiling, and the dirt as my bed. The man who has introduced himself as the Night Drifter of Drunken Palm leaped down, landing with dexterity that betrayed the rags he wore as clothing and the terrible stench of liquor emanating from his being. Is he serious right now? Bad news, Miss Chun. Apparently, Jia Chun bestowed upon you a new master. She what? Big sister? She also wants us to deliver a message that she was sending a master because, I quote, I feel a deep sense of trepidation and pity for my deep sister, the Neopatry Hayek, who must be struggling left and right without a proper master at all. Is he supposed to hinder us? It kind of feels that way. Or maybe he's just a spy. Wow! I'm beside myself with gratitude here! So that's the supposed teacher then. This mysterious guy with the mysterious allegiance who might stab us in the back at any given moment, huh? As I said, the family Hayek war's over. And even mongrels of Hongyuan know who has the legitimacy here. The incident during the contest was nothing more than business. A job to take care of in return for compensation that they gave me. I hope that you don't carry any sort of grudge in your heart. I'm sure you didn't harm your rival in the family Hayek war out of personal vendetta, did you? Sometimes business is just business. I killed young Master Bayou for they promised to pay off my bar tab, And I'm here to give the Hayek a lesson, for they promised to pay off my future bar tabs. There's nothing to gain by taking your anger out on a gig worker living hand to mouth like myself, don't you think? I still wouldn't trust him. I'll advise that the consequences of rejecting a master sent by us by Chia Chun herself is not really going to look that good for us. I know, it's only going to make me look worse, and I would rather not give my big sister Chun more ammunition to take me down. And you there will have eyes tracking every single one of your moves, so don't do anything that might rouse unnecessary suspicion. Phew, ain't that a threat? I can hardly taste the wine before such hostility. Despite Sauli's dead serious warning, the Night Drifter's response was only a hearty chortle. To begin my lesson, I would like to get an idea as to where my to-be pupil are. Now give me a demonstration of will. Swing away. That's enough. But wait, I just started. Your form is flawed and your breath is hollow. Need I see more of that? Flawed forms often voids a flawed heart. In other words, your martial art prowess amateurish at best. What the heck? Is this guy serious now? I've never had a single master with anything bad to say about my form. Your arms are straight, and the legs supporting your stance are solid and sturdy. Indeed, most masters would not bother themselves to find faults there. But let me pose this question then. Are you, my vulnerable pupil, satisfied with martial arts that are made to dispatch unskilled peasant and no more? Wait, what? There's more to this than raw strength. Now, take a swing at me instead. Alright, you asked for it! Chun takes a powerful swing at the Knight's Drifter. Your mind outpaced your body, your intent more transparent than a glass globe. And your edge is dull, for it has very little heart for feints. But he definitely weaves his way between her strikes, which fails to even touch the tip of his ragged cloak. Oh no. You're far too eager to strike. Focus singularly on your opponent, with force distributed unevenly across your body. So you will fail to cut, and gain a little hole as combo pains. Then the Night Drifter pokes Chun's back with the twig. Everyone vying for the seat of the family Hayek is to go through it eventually. The first kill. Some say the earlier the better. Mine was when I was 13. Not too early, not too late. Just right. It's already been a few years since my foolish brother locked himself in his own chamber. Last I heard, he was bedridden for a week after ingesting some poison someone had sent to prank him. I'm not going to live like a dumbass. Now please try to relax your body a little, won't you? You have a weapon, yes, but one mustn't singularly focus on the opponent. To try to reflect upon yourself and relax. Let the unnecessary strength go. Let it flow out of your body instead. Tensing up as you will do naturally shrinks your mind and narrows your view. Hey, babe, should I send Big Brother a silver spoon or something? It wasn't that bad this time, but what if they give him a worse poison next time? You know that young Master Bayou won't accept your gifts, my lady. I doubt he even seeks the culprit now. That's just so stupid. Zero interest in anything particular. Zero ambition in anything. What a silly, pathetic attitude to have. Just how... But, my lady, it wasn't practical that guided you in. You choose to save my life over maintaining your control over the Wu branch. Some seek the state of Anatta, the one self, but what they seek is the path of Ashura, the reserve for the likes of blade fiends. You must learn to let go of everything, except for the self. What kind of life is it to live without stepping over others? Let it all go. The gazes, the pressure, all of it. Instead, face yourself, and only yourself. And feel how light it all becomes. After some thought, Chichen's forms visibly relaxes. It wasn't just the form that relaxed. Her pursed lips seemed to have found peace as well. She got it. Well then, what should we do about you, my overconfident, proud pupil? Will you maintain your grave, cocky silence? I wasn't being cocky here. If my memories haven't failed me yet, you were one of young Master Little Bayou's underlings, correct? Underlings, just say. Yeah, whatever you call it, I guess. Sinclair replied with a resigned sigh. Just why do you think it was that you, specifically you amongst the 12 underlings, were chosen to take this class alongside the young Hayek? Sinclair momentarily flashed a flustered expression across his face, taken off guard by the stranger's sudden, pointed question. But he soon regained his composure and replied, well, who else beside of me would ever go along with these lesson plans? Donaton is just going to ditch classes out of boredom. Same would probably go for Rhodia. And Otis? Well, Otis will try to take over the class instead, not to mention what it would be like to have Heathcliff here and... Such a ludicrous list of excuses. It struck your nerve, did I? How comes you know so little about yourself, even less than what I have already learned about you? What are you talking about? A bird that has failed to break its shell in time will rot within its confinement. I still don't really understand what you're talking about. Even as he said so, Sinclair's expression seemed more anxious than confused to me. Prepare yourself to fade away before the rain. You won't get another chance should you miss this opportunity. Then the Night Drifter giggles flippantly, the suddenly serious attitude nowhere to be seen. It's been a while since I let myself blabber on for so long. I suppose I can credit my foolish pupil for that. Prepare to swing away. While he just drinks and takes another break. Alright then. Or actually, he gives a lot of stats. A lot of it. And Honglu gets a boost from that as well. That's good. She is increased by 10. Moral Spectrum maximum, that's good. Additional Ren. 24 Ren. 618. Yeah, she definitely needs additional Ren because it's lacking off. But everything is slowly equaling each other out, so that's nice. Passive increase. Oh. Only problem is it gives me a lot of Ren. And barely any C and Young. So we kinda need to focus on that again. But it's probably fine. But regardless, we are about to face Pan here. This is gonna be fun. Right? This is definitely going to be fun. It's been so long. It's good to see that they fixed your head, Pan. Damn it! Well, I'm glad I got my head screwed back on. It's a precious sight to watch everyone all freak out about this child's play. All the missed news that I've been hearing since I opened my eyes in the recovery room sounded very enticing there. I really wish I was there to watch it all. Half the family heads getting arrested for treason, I see. And the seat of the family hike is going to some experienced kids from the Chia family. Not to mention how my lovely little sister had her engagement called off as well. How she's been now branded as a traitor by her own blood. All the entertainment in the world seemed to have happened during my little nap. Don't you think? You didn't even show your face at the regular assembly. So I doubt you have any concern for the future of Hong Yuan. So just what are you doing here? Oh, I just thought I had some fun here. Uh-huh. Fun, he says. Fun. Let's see if she's going to be fine. I made sure to recover her sanity, so she should be fine. Technically speaking, he has a lot of counter dices still, so I'm not entirely sure about it. On the other hand, though, she has all the potency and all the recent buffs that one could possibly imagine that she could need, so she should be fine. The problem is, she just avoids using her defensive dices altogether. She never goes for avoid dices, which is kind of bad. Against Unbreakable, you need to use your defensive dices, otherwise damage is just going to stack up. Did you just get a recovery boost? Since when do you have dots now? Huh. I guess that was one of the recent upgrades that she has received. She has gotten a lot of upgrades recently. 197! Okay. 15 to 10 poise. 2 speed. 6 offensive level up. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's going swimmingly around here. He can barely scratch you. There you go. Victory! Just a victory! Okay. Why stop now? Decapitate me like the last did, or stab me in the heart, cut my limbs into ribbons. Listen, this duel is just a spare. We don't have to kill each other for this to end. Now isn't this frustrating? You have the opportunity of a lifetime right before your eyes, and you're too weak to use it. You have everyone who's fighting you on every step of your way coming to you, particularly in presenting their heads on a silver plate here, and you're just going to let them silk away with these scratches? Get your act together. Family hierarchy was over, and I'm not going to kill someone just because they're being a bit uncooperative here. Get real! Do you have any idea how long it's taken you for you to gain even a morsel of power by playing this foolish game? Ha! Wanna hear a little tip on how you can firmly establish your position as the family hierarch? Kill me in the most horrible, painful, hideous way that you can possibly imagine. And hang my corpse by the entrance of the assembly hall, right over there. Use me to send a clear message to them all. And station every single one of your Haitian park between every pillar at the assembly hall. And if anyone dares to speak out against you, snip. Chop off their head before they can even get a word out. 5 days. It only takes 5 days before everyone starts eating out of your hands. And that is how you will establish yourself as the hierarch. Fear is power. No, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm here to make Hongyuan a place where its people can live without fear. I thought you of all people might understand this. I remember how you used to hate hurting people more so than anyone else. Man, what a boring answer that is. That was duller than even my dullest expectations. It's only taking a few years until you break, until you just become like all of them. Just like the family hierarch of the past, who couldn't help but ruthlessly weed out any seed of resistance. Just how many peoples here do you think still have any grip of their sanity? Maybe I'm only a few years away from becoming an idiot, shuffling aimlessly around Dangyuan. I can only hope that I won't be slobbering mess by the time that it happens. If something entertaining is going to happen, I can only hope that it happens while I'm still sane. Chua Pen saunters away, but Chechen Chun found it difficult to move on. Well, I guess that was excellent work, my lady. You've passed the 4th exam with flying colors. You're certainly crushing them for underestimating you. I'm... My lady? Chun seemed deeply engrossed in thought. He's thinking it through. Maybe there is a better way to all of this. Oh no. Why are her morals that low? Well, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to boost her morals or not, but I definitely am trying to fix that. Okay, I need a comedy duo, preferably. Okay, so Massault and Otis give him moral support. And then I boost it further with the 40. I kind of wish I could include Rodion or Don instead, but this has to go for now. My lady seemed to be in a particular mood today. It's all useless, isn't it? Chun? When these classes end and you guys all leave, I guess I'll be spending my days worrying to death that an assassin could pop out of nowhere and try to kill me at any moment. Consumed by so much paranoia, I'm worried that I'll start twitching at shadows cast from lamplights. So would it mean anything for me to, you know, prove to them that I deserve to be a hierarch? I've spent my whole life trying to prove to everyone that I have the will and determination to become the hierarch, and now I have to prove to everyone that I even deserve to keep it? Those bastards whose only thought is their empty heads is how they can expand their own rooms? Mr. Y, have you ever heard of playing hockey before? Playing hockey? Is this a euphemism for eliminating your enemies? No. Well, I've rarely done it back when I was in school, but when there's too much going on in your head, I guess you just skip school and go out to play instead. I see. I've only done it once myself, after a friend talked me into it though. Well, I agree. It seems that the time for my lady to clear her head has come. Very well then, let us play. Just one hockey. What are you guys doing? Come on, let's get moving. I gotta prove myself, don't I? I gotta have those bastards' approval, don't I? She's really in a bad mood today. My lady, have you visited the backyard of the Snow Reed Hermitage as of late? No, but I know what happened there. They threw in a few dead bodies from the massacre a decade ago, turning the pond foul, and decided to bury the whole thing, right? Indeed, they did. The stench was so overwhelming and toxic that corpses of animals and plants could have been seen floating on its surface, eventually turning the pond into a festering black bog. People passing by had to plunge their noses or risk passing out. So why do you even bring something awful like that up? It seems that a tree had taken root in there, my lady, amidst all of that rot. A willow. The willow tree reached deep into the ponds with its root, clearing it from its foul grease and cleansing its water. And one day, we found it clear and glittering, dripping with other aquatic plants growing within. It's recovered from the rot, becoming a normal, clear pond surrounded by leaves and moss. Some months ago, they introduced a few carps in there as well, and when they checked again, they were just as vivaciously as they were on the first day. Would you like to pay the pond a visit, if it's alright with you? Chun didn't really seem quite to buy his explanation, but they followed him anyways. Oh? Oh! Is that a shark? But oh! This is so cute! This is so freaking adorable! Well, that's certainly going to lift up his spirit. You weren't kidding! I avoided this place for so long. I never thought it could be this clear again. I can hardly believe that this pond used to be a rotten bog. All that happened was that this tree happened to take roots here, right? What matters, my lady, is patience and determination. Of course, this place had slipped my mind then, as I was quite swamped with work, but the world has a strong capacity to heal itself that one might imagine. Recovery will follow, as long as there's a steady root to rally around. After a long break that seems to freshen even our hearts. Well, seems like you made good progress. Your form, the light in your eyes. I think you're certainly improving in all of your aspects. I dare say you had some change of heart as well, no? Yeah, I do feel a tad more confident than I did before. I guess I didn't need it to go for my moral stuff. Ah, well, I couldn't have known. At the very least, I got my sword to the mastered thing. And they get a lot of stats, right? Definitely. They still got a lot of stats. Okay, Heathcliff is mandatory. Okay, so this combo drains 20 SP. But that's fine. I'll just add another Drifter into the mix. And then during the next day, I'm just gonna boost morals again. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Alright, class! Here's a new task to help you learn lots on how to break your enemy's morals. The moment you shrink in front of your enemies, you've already lost. So don't. It doesn't matter how many they are or how threatening they look, alright? Take me for example. Have I ever turned tail and fled like some milk soap, no matter what enemy we were put against? I mean, didn't you try to run away from your fiancé before? Your Catherine? I mean, the memories are a little bit distorted, but I'm pretty sure you tried to hide in the shadow before. Didn't you run away from your home back then? Huh. Well, either way, I don't think you've ever... Leave it to the nerd to waste their time coming up with strategies and whatnot. Listen, there ain't a problem in the world you can't solve by boldly rushing in head first. Ishmael and Otis would have boldly rushed in head first to shake him by his label, if they had been here. Here's what I think. Neither of you got enough pluck for that. That is why neither of you could say shit against those buggers back at Assembly Hall. Am I right? Maybe. Yet Chun maintained her silence, the old scowl on her pride growing sore again. So let me help you lot grow some backbones instead. Try getting mad at me. No need to shrink, lads. Stand proud. Well, alright. But how could I... And don't worry about offending me, okay? I can take it. Unlike you two, I've built up enough thick skin for all kinds of insults, thanks to my years in the back streets. I'm bloody invisible. Invincible, I mean. Yep, well, okay then. Shut up, Heathcliff! Good. You're hardly even a teacher to begin with, man! This class sucks! All you're doing is standing around and trying to look cool! Oh, that one's got a sting. That's it, you shit! It's what I would have said back in the days. And I probably would have struck you with this hammer as well. I mean, my club. But I've changed too. And so did you. I can see the fire in your eyes has grown. Remember this feeling, alright? Yes. Now let's practice. And looks like both of you have the perfect sparring partner in each other. Grab your weapons, the both of you. Huh? Wait, you mean us? Me and Chun? I grew my backbone by getting into fist scuffs with boys during my backstreet days. They broke my arms. I break their legs in return. See what I mean? Wait, is that what besties are supposed to mean here? Jitsun Chun asked with considerable confusion. Well, I guess we have to do that, I guess. Don't want me to go easy on you, do you? No. Are they actually going to fight? Oh no! Oh no! My boy! My girl! Wait, he has some kind of special buff there. And he has a lot of HP as well. 1000! How did you get all that health? But then again, the little sister's not a slacker. She's learned the power of potency. What's this? Heal 10 SP every turn, trashing to hatch. Oh, is Sinclair trying to break out of his shell? Did the Night Drifter get through to him? Is that actually a thing now? Or is she about to break his shell? It kind of looks like that she's the one who breaks him out. Oh god, Sinclair! You need to fight back! You need to fight back! She's trashing you! She's absolutely trashing you! Oh god! Alright, that's enough. Bloody hell, that! It was much closer than I thought! What? Good match. Jeez, don't most people usually lose steam the longer the fight gets? What the heck was that at the end? What do you mean? We couldn't touch you! Not even once! The two of them clashed with everything that they've learned, and with all they've learned up until the lesson even began. I thought for sure that Jitsun Chun would come out on top without breaking a sweat, which he did! Given that Sinclair wasn't using any sort of identity, and the tough training that Jitsun Chun as the family hired Canada went through. But perhaps thanks to the Night Drifter's teaching, or rather thanks to that mark on his forehead. I saw a glimpse of Sinclair I'd only seen in the selected few mirror worlds. You alright? Yeah, it's not like we're going at it with real weapons here, and the fight ended before it got any further. Thankfully, so I'm not really hurt or anything. I'm feeling a bit of a fever on my forehead though. Maybe that's a sign that you got another stripe, Sinclair? It didn't seem like Sinclair noticed the single, yet clear red line that appeared on his forehead. It's not like anything bad happened when that mark manifested back in La Mancha Land, but wait, it did? When? Oh. Considering that Damien and Rim were the only other people who ever shown that mark, I couldn't help but worry a little. Hey, did you ever run away from home before? And where's this coming from now? Given by the way that you're acting, it's clear to me that you're homebodied, but there's something behind your eyes that tells me that your life hasn't all been sunshine and rainbow. I wouldn't really call it running away from home. It's more like I left my home because I didn't have a choice in the matter. And how did that feel? Like I was melting away into nothing. I suddenly had to face the whole terrible world all on my own, and that was so overwhelming that, well, I'm sure you can't quite commiserate that. You've been on top of your game your whole life, after all. I did leave Dangyuan on my own volition, but if I'm being honest, and here's something I've never even told Wei, I felt unutterably lost. There was so much that I had to do, so many different responsibilities. I guess neither of us were that ready for the world when we left our homes. I feel just as lost back home though. And there's Heathcliff too, huh? You also left home. some time ago. We paid his visit to the manor when he grew up then, and heading home must have been pretty exciting for him too. You have no idea how much of the journey back then he spent gussing over trimming up his hair. Uh-oh. I guess something just came up. Class is dismissed. He remembers KV. Nobody else does. But he does. Oh well, 717 young. Now I need to boost my knowledge some more. But it should be fine. Huge success. Yeah, sure, let's go for the combo again. All stats increased. There you go. So, are you going to teach us any new techniques today? You should, as a master, right? It's only been a few days since your training even began, yet my other martial artists would teach me their secret techniques by now. We're running out of time here. So that is what got you two pouting all of a sudden. Now that's some good wine though. Very well, I'm in the mood. Let me teach you a useful little trick. Oh, really? Tell me, what did I teach you to do as you swung your sticks? Forget all those things that put pressure on me and face nothing but myself and my movement, right? And that is only the start of all of this. First, emptiness of sound. The slight friction of the tip of your toe, the rubble of your clothes, your breath. Erase them all. Erase every ripple and echo that you leave upon the world. The night's drifter stands before us, but his presence becomes as hazy as the mist. Despite the wild movement, we hear nothing. Second, emptiness of the form. To have a form is to provide your foe with clues to predict your next move. Forget the weapons in your hand. Forget your structure and form. Break the mold. Become the flow. Let only your will remain. Randomness seeps into his movement until all semblance of a pattern becomes lost in itself. There was something clownish about his unpredictable movements, but they were so hypnotic and floaty that Chirchanchu and Sinclair couldn't look away. Last, emptiness of the mind. Try not to force the direction of your heart. Empty your desire and intention both. Stab without thinking. Penetrate without gazing. Both Chirchanchu and Sinclair's neck were marked by small imprints of the twig that pressed on their skin. And Zelu, who had been standing next to me all along, had leaped a small distance away, seemingly deep in thought. And my neck hurts too. I guess I wasn't spared from the lesson. I wonder if this fits that saying that he sang uttered from time to time, to lose one's nose with eyes open. Immerse yourself. Make sure your descent is slow and gradual. We've been focusing entirely on the self with your swung thus far, so you should find it quite easy to reach the state of emptiness of the mind. Didn't I just say that one must take it slow and gradually to empty your mind already? I would have taught you my everything had you entered under my tutelage long ago. Wait, am I doing it right? No, wait, I need to relax more. Chenchu, you are still thinking. So, our new Hayek has found herself the clue to the emptiness for form. What technique is this? It's all just movement at the end of the day. I find it entirely unnecessary to give them those flashy names. A true secret technique should come without a name. Whew. Well, it's still supposed to be our ultimate move, right? Wouldn't it be more official to give it a name at least? Well, in that case, Fury! That's some good wine indeed. I guess I go with something like Plastered Sleep, Unrestrained Ribbles, huh? Ah, no, never mind, that name sucks. Nameless sounds so much better. The class come to an end with an ultimate move that was probably named in haste. Silu, who had been observing the class from a distance, approached the Night Drifter. It's been a while since I saw someone give a lesson like this, starting from its very fundament. Hardly can one find a pupil willing to slowly learn from the very fundament in a world of infinite techniques, advancement like the Veil. I'm only fortunate enough to have found 2 pupils who are indeed willing to learn. Your gait and your tone. Were you among the 10 blades of the East? No. It seems entirely unnecessary for you to dig, as I don't quite recall putting anyone on your tab. Put your future question to rest, for I have no answers to give. The past is like smoke. I've long emptied any history worth delving into. He just doesn't want to talk about it, which is absolutely understandable, right?